I'm Benjamin Bell of This Week with George Stephanopoulos, and I'm joined today by former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Ben.
And because we believe all politics is social at This Week, we're going to put some of the questions that you submitted on Facebook and Twitter to the governor. So here's the first question. It comes from Scott Malinsek, who says, what was it like meeting the Taliban?
It was a surreal experience. I was the first cabinet member to see the Taliban. We were trying to get a ceasefire, trying to get some improvements for women. I sat next to this guy who had several weapons with himself, and I knew the negotiation wasn't going well when he started cutting his toenails with his big Bowie knife. But we did make some progress after my visit.
A little awkward. The next question comes from Twitter, and it's from at Doofus Wallstib, and he says, Gov, do you think you can get Kim Jong-un to behave if you give him tickets to the NBA Finals, perhaps next to the president? But seriously, what's it going to take with North Korea?
Well, you know, I'm a little envious of Dennis Rodman because Rodman had a chance to visit with him, and Eric Schmidt of Google and I, who were there in January, didn't. I think this guy is a big mystery. Nobody knows anything about him. He hasn't met with anybody, so it's not as if there's some intelligence out there about him. My hope is that because he speaks English, he was educated in a Swiss school, he's 29, 30, he seems to be comfortable with himself as a politician, as a leader, that maybe there's some sanity to him. But my concern is that he is being manipulated and run by some of the hardline North Korean generals, communist Politburo that seem to be moving him very much in the wrong direction. I think with our North Korea policy, it's essential eventually that there be a dialogue with him and the leadership in North Korea, because North Korea is a dangerous place.
Right. So moving on to domestic politics, the next question comes from Jessica Bernstein, and she says, what does he think of Ted Cruz?
I'm not a fan. I know he's sort of the Republican latest flavor. He's articulate. He seems to be charismatic, but I don't like his politics. I think he introduces a measure of incivility in the political process. Insulting people is not the way to go. But I guess he's a force in the Republican political system, but I'm not a fan.
Do you think he represents most Hispanics?
No.
With his politics?
No. He's anti-immigration. Almost every Hispanic in the country wants to see immigration reform. No, I don't think he should be defined as a Hispanic. He's a politician from Texas, a conservative state, and I respect Texas's choice. But what I don't like is when you try to get things done, it's okay to be strong and state your views, your ideology. But I've seen him demean the office, be rude to other senators, not be part of, I think, the civility that is really needed in Washington.
Right. Okay, so the last question comes from Diane Laughlin on Facebook, and she says, I would love to know if Bill Richardson is interested in running for president. He would get my vote. Now, of course, you already have run for president, but 2016, how about it?
Well, you get one shot to run for president. I had my shot. I still want to be involved in the political process, but I'm a private citizen now. I spent 30 years in government. I've got foundation work I want to do. I want to still be engaged in foreign policy. I want to protect wild mustangs, the bison, environmental issues. I want to stop a slaughterhouse in New Mexico of horses, but I want to do it as a private citizen.
Okay, fair enough. And now moving to our lightning round. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Favorite actor, Robert Redford, who is a friend. I call him Sundance. He doesn't like to be called that.
Okay, so favorite Republican?
I would say Governor Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California, as he says it. I like John Huntsman, too. We were friends as governors from Utah. But I would say Schwarzenegger. He's a character. He's charismatic. He cares about issues. I know he's had some problems, but you asked me who my favorite, and that's Arnold.
Okay. Comfort food?
Chicken tacos with green chili, lots of them, as you can tell.
Well, those sound very good. Favorite job? You've had a lot.
Governor. I've been in the Congress, I've been in the cabinet, I've been in the private sector, but governor, because you can make a difference. You can build a school. You can help a child. You can do it and set an agenda, especially in a small state like New Mexico. We did a lot of good things. Renewable energy, built a movie industry, protected the environment, built a spaceport, and governor leadership enabled me to do that. So that's my favorite job.
Okay. Fondest Tufts moment where you went to school and so did I.
When I was elected president of my fraternity at Tufts, it was my first political foray. I thought I was going to lose, but then I won, and my first question was, what am I going to do?
Okay, and last question. We had a lot of questions about your beard, so you don't have it now, but will the beard ever return?
The beard will return soon. I don't know what the definition of soon is, not the Chinese definition of hundreds of years, but you know, I just go through phases. I put the beard on because I wanted to rebel against my handlers who always wanted me to be well kept, combed right, shave, and it was sort of a rebellion against them. Then my wife didn't like it, so I took it off. But maybe that beard will make a comeback.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking time to join us today. And thank you to everyone who submitted their questions on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow the show at This Week ABC on Twitter and at Facebook at facebook.com/thisweekabc.